I am DYANAROZAY, and I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. If you are not a subscriber, please become one. Hit that notification bell too, that way you don't miss any of my videos. I go by DYANAROZAY on all platforms, and I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. What's up, Supreme Team? Welcome to the channel. Come on in, everybody. I want to make sure that y'all can hear me because I'm having the same issues I was having yesterday with my live. So if you can hear the sound of my voice, make sure y'all drop y'all city, y'all state, y'all country, your island, wherever you are from, into the chat so I can give you a shout out real quick. And then I can bring y'all this tea, okay? So come on in. I see Gloria. What's up, Gloria from St. Louis? I know where you're from. I hope that all is well after the big tornado there. I've been paying attention to what y'all had going on, child. So best wishes for all of that. What is up, Deshonda? Nice to see you. What's up, Lansing? Toronto. What's up, Canada? Like to see you. What's up, Philly? Hi, sis. What's up, Lies More Lies? What's up, Long Beach? Hey, everybody. Okay, we got Lady D Keys in the house. She is a moderator volunteering her time in the chat. If you see anybody with a wrench behind their name, just go ahead and follow their instruction. There's no instruction other than being respectful, okay? Be grown and respectful. I'm okay with different opinions. We just don't want anybody wilding out. You know what I'm saying? But what's up, Seattle, Washington in the house, okay? Welcome to you. What's up, St. Louis? Nice to have you. I do miss St. Louis food, child. I've been looking. I saw that Olio got hit. That was one of my spots. Let's see. Come on in. Miami, Florida. What's up? Hey, Sir Rod. Nice to see you. Welcome. So yes, y'all, we got some things to talk about. Kenya has some things to say to Ralph. Child, try to check him and put him in his place. I'm going to tell you guys about that. We're also talking about Porsha Williams, child. A lot of y'all have been calling Porsha a gold digger, saying baby tried to dig for gold, came up snake oil, okay? We are going to talk about that. I also got some audio for y'all to hear, so stick around for all of that, okay? I've always said that Porsha is a hustler. She keeps a lot of jobs, child. She needs a man that's going to match her yoke, okay? I don't know. Y'all come on in. We're going to talk about it some more, okay? I'm going to tell you guys what Porsha Williams have going on along with some other hot topics, okay? So come on in. I see West Georgia's in the house. What's up? My degree is real. Canada, what's up? Child, it's been a long day. How has everybody's Friday the 13th been? Has anybody experienced anything wackadoodle? Anything crazy? Let's see. Georgia's in the house again. What's up? My Friday has been a little off. I don't know. I have to attribute it to maybe Friday the 13th energy. Thank you so much. Don't forget to hit the like button, please, and thank you. Be respectful. Say hello, okay? Say hello to my mods. Say hello to each other, because we are grown, right? My grandmother used to always say, child, if you didn't wake up with them, just say hello. Come on. Lynette said work was crazy. Was it? Yeah, I can only imagine. Everywhere I went today, I was like, let me get my ass home. Okay. I could not wait to get back to the house. Houston is in the house, another place with amazing food. I cannot wait to go to Houston. I've been reading so much about like places to go. I cannot wait. Let's see. Happy birthday to Sherelle. Okay. Happy birthday, Sherelle. Listen, okay, so we are here. I need everybody to hit the like button. Let me see how many of y'all have hit the like button if y'all playing me, okay? It doesn't look like it's accurate. My likes aren't matching up to the number of people in the building. I don't know why that is. Keep hitting that like button, okay? That's how others find me. It's real easy. It's real free. I know that getting on your computer and talking, it seems like an easy job, but child, if it was easy, everybody would do it, right? Just hit the like button for me. Help others find my channel and enjoy the content. Let's see. Mine has been many blessings on this Friday the 13th. That's awesome. That is awesome. That is awesome. Okay, keep hitting the like button, keep hitting the like button, and we'll get it started. 103 of y'all are here. I appreciate every single one of you. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. These are all things I have to ask for, okay? Make sure that you guys are subscribed to the channel. Become a member if you are not already. Okay, I am turning my phone down so we don't get interrupted. And we are about to start the damn show. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Lynette said that she's in the bushes, but she loves the content. I appreciate you, Lynette. I do. I do. So y'all, let's get into the things. Let's get into the things, child. We're going to start it off with Porsha, because why the hell not? She's still a hot topic that everybody has been talking about. Y'all may have heard that she had wrote on some of her court paperwork that she is an international. She has international jobs. And a lot of people were trying to figure out what the hell she got going on where she got an international job. They were trying to figure it out. Well, it has been confirmed that Porsha Williams is now going to be a member of the Traitors cast. Okay. I had talked about this a couple of weeks ago. I thought I was talking about Traitors. It happened to have been another show. But she is now on Traitors, which I think films for maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks. It is out of the country. I think it's filmed in England. But they have different franchises. So there's a US franchise, one for the UK, and some other things. Okay. Now, the big jackpot for Traitors is $250K. $250K is what you can make for a week's worth of work. And I want to put that out there because I just want y'all to know what these people are doing. Okay. So a lot of reality TV stars, well, actually, they just start putting the reality TV star girls on. And that's how the US blew up. The US franchise blew up, right? Because they had Phaedra, I'm sure Sheree was on there, and a bunch of other girls. And it was one of the best seasons I saw, okay? 250K was on the line. Phaedra ended up losing that season, okay? She almost won, okay, with her little self. They put you through all of these physical activities, which is crazy. But yeah, come on in, Fashawn. I see you. It's okay. She's watching from New Jersey. I appreciate that. What's up, Pacino? But yeah, she has an opportunity to win 250K for 1 week's of work. And let's say she doesn't win. She still gets publicity, which people are going to look her up, maybe buy from her other businesses, because we know that she got several other businesses. And I just want to put it out there. Phaedra, who damn near won, she didn't win, but she almost won. She got a national commercial from that show. Phaedra was so dope on that show that she legitimately, I mean, she might as well have won, because every one of her co-stars was like, oh my God, Phaedra was tearing our asses up. We had no idea she was a traitor. But either way, she ended up getting a national commercial that y'all probably see right now for Cheez-Its, okay? And I am sure that she got $1 million payday on that damn commercial, okay? Just so you know how this stuff steamrolls into other businesses. Did you guys see it? Okay. Liza Moorlies said, yes, she was. Yes. Phaedra absolutely was the breakout. Like, I tuned in every week. I was cracking up. Phaedra was tearing them people up. What's up, Brooklyn? Hey, Mildred. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yes, at the end of the day, I just want y'all to see that part, because listen, Porsha doesn't get the credit she deserves for being a hustler. So let's talk about her hustle. Let's talk about her hustle. Don't get mad at me, child. I'm about to give y'all the facts. The audio or the video came out about Porsha's divorce. Y'all know that they have to do it by Zoom, right? So they have to do it by Zoom. And all of the little details came out about Porsha Williams. Let me get my paperwork right, child. Hold on. Okay, back. I am back. Come on in. Listen. So the Miss Porsha Williams and her estranged husband, who is now back in Nigeria, he I think he left, they said a couple of weeks ago, so maybe a week or two ago. He had been in the detention center since early February, which is a very long time, but he is back in his home country. And right now he's being denied entry into the United States. That doesn't mean he can't travel anywhere else he wants to in the world. So I don't want to put anything ugly on Simon. He's free and he's still rich as hell. Okay, let's give him that. But do you know how much it cost to date Porsha Williams? Put it in the chat if you know the fee to date Porsha Williams. Now, I heard about these fees. I heard that some of the Atlanta women do charge a fee to date. The first time I heard it was actually on Real Housewives with, they were talking about Phaedra. And then the second time I heard it, it was on Married to Medicine. And it was Dr. G, Sweet T's husband, who said, I didn't have the money she was looking for. I couldn't afford her. Okay, Marlo also has a fee. Okay, I see people dropping it, 10,000, 40,000, 15,000. Baby, in order to be a girlfriend, it is 30K a month. Did you hear me? In order to be a girlfriend, in order to be the boyfriend of Porsha Williams, okay? Scratch that. In order to be the boyfriend, just a boyfriend of Porsha Williams, it is 30K a month. And you better have it, okay? You better have it, because if you don't get to date. You get nothing else, none of the favors that comes with being a girlfriend, okay? I'm a Porsha fan. She went from Underground Railroad failure to a boss. Facts. I'm just going to listen. I didn't even know. I'm telling you, people are doing it all wrong. People are doing it all wrong, okay? They said you people like to, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? Well, the milk ain't free. The milk isn't free. The milk is 30K a month. In the divorce court hearing, the lawyers were talking back and forth, explaining to the judge, and they were explaining what Porsha made prior to marrying Simon and then abandoning all of her jobs, okay? So what the lawyer ended up saying is, let's see, this sounds like prose. Baby, if you're not making 30K a month, you're dating all wrong, okay? Dennis paid P. Willie 30K a month. Well, I'm just going to put it out there. Porsha's not the first person I heard do this. Like I said, I heard about it from Phaedra. I heard about it from Candy. This is something that has already been discussed. And it was brought up again on Married to Medicine when Dr. G was talking about dating Phaedra. And he said that, he could be married to Phaedra right now instead of Sweet T, which was the absolute wrong thing to say. But his mouth did say it. And he said, I just didn't have the money. He didn't have the money. And Phaedra just looked at him and turned her head like, bitch, you still don't have the money. Okay. And I do believe I've heard Dr. Heavenly say, Phaedra has a premium. She makes dudes pay. I almost said the wrong word. She makes people pay. Okay. Let me go tell my husband I need more money right now. You better. You better. Okay. Doesn't look like there was a % cost of living increase since Sweet T's husband tried to date Phaedra back in the day. Sweet T didn't even know. That's my whole point. Sweet T didn't even know. If she could have stayed on there one more season, they could have showed her the ropes. That way she would have known what to look for with the next husband. Okay. Thought folks was dating to marry. Well, she did get married, Barbara. Let's not forget she got married. Now, this is when she had all of her jobs intact, right? They said on Real Housewives of Atlanta, Porsha was making between 1.6 and $2 million a season. And Porsha's considered on the lower end of the poll. Okay. So just so you know, I think that Drew Sidora actually gets paid less than Porsha, but that's considered the low end, 1.6 to 2 million a season. They film for about 4 to 5 months. And that's how much she pulls from there. The other job that Porsha had while she was dating Simon, making her 30K, her 1.6 to 2 million from RHOA, was at Dish Nation. Remember that? She was showing up every day, Monday through Friday. They estimate her earnings from Dish Nation to be between 30K to 50K a month. She also was given the opportunity to leave and do other jobs because she was a name. She was a name on that show. So she had a little freedom to move around and still make 30 to 50K on that show a year. And then she also did a show called Bravo's Chat Room. Y'all may remember that. Bravo Chat Room was that was Porsha's show. She was the lead on that show. And then when she left, she gave the baton to Giselle, and Giselle didn't carry it out. So it got canceled after Porsha left. But when Porsha was working it, she was making between 60 and 150 per season on that show, Bravo's Chat Room. So she was making her loot there. And then Family Matters, same deal. They gave Porsha a spinoff. Okay. These folks sound like they just dating for money or no dates. Well, let me say this. There is the fairy tale way of dating, right? Where you think, oh, you can meet somebody, you grow, you build, you do all that thing. So there's always been two ways to date. There's that way where you just meet someone, you fall in love, you hope things work out. You know what I'm saying? You build together, maybe. Or you go in knowing that it's a business arrangement. A lot of people look at marriage as a business arrangement. I talked about Jeff Bezos and who's his new wife, his fiance. What's her name? But I talked about that just a couple of days ago, and he said he's doing a Jeff Nup. He said this is a new way to prenup. He called it a Jeff Nup, and he said this shit is going to be so ironclad that he actually told his fiance to find your own set of lawyers, and I'm going to pay for it because I don't want, if this relationship doesn't work out, I don't want you saying that I manipulated you in any way, shape, or form. So when she walks out, he said, if it happens, I should say if that relationship doesn't make it, he doesn't want it to be challenged at all. And Porsha had a similar prenup where she said, listen, we're not going to challenge this prenup if you and I don't work out. This is what we're doing. He agreed. He had his team of lawyers. Porsha had hers. And she ended up winning the prenup debate yesterday. Come on in, everybody. I appreciate every single one of y'all for joining. Let me see what y'all got to say. Someone said, I would never marry for love again if my marriage fails. Yeah, as you get older, you realize, child, love isn't enough, child. Okay. Love isn't always enough. You got to eat. You got to have a roof over your head. You need somebody who got some hustle. Mildred said, can I get it retroactive? Damn, I'm over 2 decades in this marriage. Where's my loot? Mildred, something tells me that you live just fine, child. Okay. Now I don't know, but something tells me you do. Let's see. She got a $10,000 more allowance. Right. So to entice her from leaving all of those jobs, that was my point. To entice her for leaving all of those jobs, the $2 million job. Okay. She also had Porsha Family Matters, the spinoff, which she probably could have had additional seasons, but things went left because she was still emotionally attached, very emotionally attached to her baby daddy. So that shit went, to the wayside. And then she had the book. Remember that? She also had a book. So Porsha had a lot going on, which looked like to me, I would say she was close to 2.5 million, maybe $3 million is what she had in the bag before she said I do to Simon. And then he gave her an additional $10,000 allowance. The other things that she had put in her prenup was because she said, listen, I'm quitting all of these jobs. So if you make me quit these jobs, then, I would like to have equity in the house. I would like to have this, all the stuff that everybody kept saying. She doesn't deserve that shit. She came to the table with money in her pockets. Let's see. After the marriage, no one is looking to marry for love anymore. I understand, child. I understand. Typically, when people, they don't want to either marry again because the financial part of it was so hard, or if they do marry again, they know that they're going to marry because they want that person to be set up, basically. Protect your money. Asking for money to date is no different, in my opinion, to wanting a man with 6 figures. A man to pay your bills, et cetera, your expectations are your expectations. Hey, I agree. I don't actually think that's a problem. I think that people, everybody grow up differently. You got to know what your expectations are. You wouldn't expect Lori Harvey to date someone who can't give her what she has, right? But yeah, Everett, let's see. I'm sorry. Everold Taylor said, sounds like prostitutes to me. See, everybody has different opinions, child. Everybody thinks about it differently. But we are conditioned. I'm just going to put it out there because I read a lot. I read a lot of shit. We are conditioned, especially women, to think that at the end of the day, if you date a man with money, you're supposed to walk away from that relationship with nothing, or you are a gold digger. That's the first thing. I don't necessarily think that's true. I think that we contribute a lot in a marriage, and walking away when you've, literally lost your life, whatever that was, whatever your career was, you've lost it. If you quit, I think that's a problem. I think that should be, compensated with a wealthy man, personally. But yeah, gold diggers is just a word that a man used to basically call women prostitutes. So instead of them going out to get an escort, which is really all they want to do is bounce on somebody for a little while and walk away, they want to pretend to have a relationship, right? Pretend to have a relationship and then keep you tied up for whatever many years. And then when they get ready to find you, to trade you in, you're supposed to go back to the Burger King, and then, they get to move on to whatever that new life is with their new woman. But there are women who understand that they are living in their best years, and they gotta keep that money flowing. And Porsha definitely knew how to handle it. And she's not the only one. Let me just say that. I bet you all them girls over there on RHOA do that. In fact, not even RHOA. I keep saying that because that's the one that I watch a lot, but I think it applies across the board. Love don't pay the bills. You ain't lying. That's the truth. At my age, I want stability versus love now. Love will come, but I will make sure that if it's done again, stability and benefits come first. Now, imagine if you had that in your head when you were in your 20s or 30s, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know how old you are. You could be in your 20s and 30s, but imagine that you were, that young girl with the big ass and all that stuff, right? And you had that in your head and you was able to set yourself up. Okay. Love is an action word. He can pay bills. If you have the right person in your life to do that for you or with you, 1000%. 1000%. Women do not like for men to leech off of them financially, but you also have to pay attention. It is a business deal at the end of the day. Come on in. What's up, Indigo Girl? I appreciate you for coming through. Salvation is free. I'm not. This is the word of the damn day. This is the word of the live, okay? Deshonda the Fox, okay? And let me tell you, your Abby picture is giving, okay? You are giving, girl. She says salvation is free. Not me, baby. Don't do it, okay? Hand clap. Anyway, So we didn't got that established, all right? I love these new dating stipulations. Yes, let the ladies figure these things out. They know. Um, I'm sure that she loved him at some point. Well, she loved herself enough too. And that's really what it all boils down to. Do you love yourself enough, child? Okay. So after I gave y'all all of that, Porsha was making about 2.5 million, okay, dollars a year with all of her jobs. And I didn't even include like Go Naked Hair and the sheets and shit. She also said she has these successful businesses, so she could have been making 3 million a year. What he asked her to do is to get off of television. He asked her to do this. And she said yes, which I would think she said it because she did love him. Because what the, okay? I think I would rather just keep working and getting the money. But I think that she did love him to some degree because she did abandon all of her jobs for 2 years. She said that was all she was willing to do was 2 years. She said at the very minimum that would give her, you know, an idea if she wanted to keep up with the marriage or not. And she said she was going back to TV. So she ended up going back, getting that salary back. Now she is on Traitors. She got herself her YouTube channel, which seems to be very, very successful as well. But I told y'all the other day that Simon has the upper hand on this prenup, whether she likes it or not. She won the prenup. She did win the prenup, but he has the upper hand because he doesn't have to pay it. Nigeria does not, the United States cannot enforce it with Nigeria. And I was listening to a lawyer discuss Porsha's case earlier today over there on Carlos King's page. And he said, if Simon left, he said it's going to be very hard for her to cash in. And I want y'all to hear what he had to say from his own mouth. Check it out.
Of the marital estate. You know, once he's gone, what incentive does he have to bargain or negotiate unless there are assets in this country that are within reach of a court? I don't know of any. I've not seen any orders that a judge has issued that seal a bank account or freeze it, if you will. If that's the case, so long.
Did you hear that? He said, if there has not been an issue to freeze an account, so long to the money. He doesn't have to do shit. Okay, listen one more time.
A judge has issued that seal a bank account or freeze it, if you will. If that's the case, so long.
So long to the money. That came from a lawyer who said he does these cases all the time. And if someone leaves the country, so long to the money. So she has been awarded additional 3 years in the house. She's able to sell the house, which I believe that the deed has gone to a trust. So she can sell that house no matter what, whenever she chooses, now or at the end of the 3 years. But she's been awarded $40,000 and she gets to keep the $40,000 in alimony for the next 3 years. Simon's supposed to pay every bill in that house, not just the mortgage, the lights, the water bill, every bill in the house. Simon is supposed to maintain. The gardeners coming to, you know, mow the grass, keep the lawn up, everything. According to the lawyer, it can't be enforced. Where did y'all hear that from first? Me. I told y'all that. I did the research. Okay. And baby, I know a lot of people is like, that's not true. It is true. It is true. But Porsha is working to get her shit back. Personally, I think she's just going to sell that. She's going to do what she can to sell the house. Simon ain't going to give Porsha any money. He's the petty king. Okay. Well, he said he was going to have the last laugh, child. He said he was going to have the last laugh. So we'll have to see. Porsha had a small, I won't even say a small win. It was a big win. It was a big win because it kept that prenup intact. But if there's nothing there to enforce it, it's done. His business is in United States, 95%. Okay. So I I'm not aware of this because I have not looked up his businesses. I'm not going to lie. But Dyana, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, said that 95% of his businesses are here. So again, according to the lawyer, unless a judge frees an account or does something that forces that money to move forward, so long is how he put it, child. Can you sell the house without your name on it? Well, you can if that is decreed by the court. If the court has said, listen, this is how we're going to play it, that is what's going to happen. Let's see. Jealous much, you hating on Porsha? I'm not sure if that's for me or someone else. I'm not hating on Porsha. I actually complimented the shit out of Porsha just a few minutes ago. So I know you didn't mean that for me. So whoever she's talking to in the chat, good luck. Okay. I thought she got to stay for 14 months. I think it was 36 months. 36 months is what she is allowed to stay in the house. She also have the house in that her mother lives in. She does. So she's getting her groove back, child. But just so y'all know, like I said, this is what is going down. He has businesses that are in LLCs that's hidden. Porsha said that she believed him to have at least $300 million, or that was his financial worth, estimated to be $300 million. Simon argued in the court that I think it's between $30 or $40 million that he's saying he's worth. I don't think anyone ever discloses that. I don't think anyone's ever truly honest about how much they're worth when they have that kind of money. So there you have it. We shall see what happens next. At the very end of the day, I'm telling you these stories, number one, because they're interesting. And number two, if you find yourself in these positions when we talk about stuff like this, it'll be in your brain to protect yourself, and maybe you'll know how. Okay, this is something you should know. If Porsha went to her lawyer, to her attorneys when they were getting that prenup orchestrated, this is one of the things that you should ask, like, okay, he has dual citizenship. If you have children, do you know where your children would live? Do you know what will happen if he left the country? This is... Can you hear me now? I see someone saying there's no audio. Can you hear me now? Okay, cool. Thank you. What's up, uppity? Welcome to the channel. But yeah, at the end of the day, if you are in this situation, I asked this question when I said, if you were marrying the third richest man in the world, how would you protect yourself? This is the type of stuff y'all should fall asleep thinking about, okay? Manifest this life for yourself. You never know what tomorrow will bring. The only thing that's permanent in life is that everything changes. Everything changes. So go ahead and start thinking about stuff like this. It's important. Okay. So yes, we are finished with Porsha. Let's get to the next subject, child. Who else are we talking about? Congratulations to Porsha, by the way. Let me put this back up here because I said that she's on the cast with Traitors. Just in case y'all are interested, because this is one of the hottest shows on TV. Candace is also a part of it. Dorinda is on there. Donna Kelsey, who I don't know. Oh, that's Travis Kelsey's mama. Oh, wow. So Travis Kelsey, the football player. Okay, so Lisa Rinna, of course, from Beverly Hills. We got Porsha from RHOA. Ian from Big Brother is on here. Colton Underwood from The Bachelor, child. Mark Ballas from Dancing with the Stars. Tiffany Mitchell from Big Brother. We got Survivor, Rob. We got Candace from Real Housewives of Potomac. This will be her first appearance on TV since she left and had her baby child. She's been talking about how postpartum is a ghetto. I cannot wait to see her on this show. We got Yam Yam for Survivor. Eric Nam, I've never heard of him before. Drag Race, we got Monet. Johnny Weir. Amazing Race, Natalie Anderson, and Mara Higgins from Love Island. Okay, so this is going to be an amazing cast. I am looking forward to it. All right. So next up, child. Let me get another picture. Hold on. I had a different picture that I wanted to put up here, but I must have lost it. Anyway, we'll put this one up from the Jasmine brand. Antonio Brown. Oh my goodness, he's in some trouble, child. Ex-NFL player, used to play for the Steelers for 12 years. I think 12 years. He had 12 seasons, I think he was in football. But Lord have mercy, this man is now wanted for attempted MURDER in Miami. Back in, I think it was May 16th, sometime around there, he was at a celebrity kickboxing match. And when it was over, he said that a guy had attempted to rob him. Okay. Come on in, everybody. Thank you. I see you. Let's see. Bama girl. What's up? He said a man had attempted to rob him, and he was chasing this man outside of the venue, pulled a pow off of a security officer who was standing right there, and then took 2 shots at the dude. One of the bullets grazed his neck. Okay. Grazed the guy's neck. When he was arrested that night, he was able to make bail. Everything was good. Again, he said that it was an attempted robbery. So y'all know they got the stand your ground law over there in Florida, and they let him go. But yesterday he got picked up. I think it was on the 11th, actually, June 11th. He got picked up for attempted MURDER. And y'all already know that this man has a whole lot of problems in his life. Okay. Chloe said that he is the football version of Kanye. I do believe that he has a actual professional diagnosis as well, similar to Kanye. I think so. So this is what is going on with him right now. We shall see what happens next. Now, the guy that he did, like I said, the bullet grazed his neck. He's fine. He appears to be fine, but I guess they did their investigation. They looked at the videos and they did not see anything he claimed, anything he alleged happened. Okay. They didn't see no attempted robbery or any of that. So this could literally land him in jail. This might be the thing that put his ass behind bars, child. But yeah, it's a shame. A lot of people have said that they believe he had one of those head injuries and that he hasn't been right since. Okay. Yes, he not only shot at him, the bullet did graze him. So it did connect. He was lucky it connected on his neck. Okay. So he was lucky that it did not enter the neck. But child, he's a hot ass mess. 471 of you are here. I appreciate y'all. Please hit the like button for me while I bring y'all this good tea. Evening on Friday the 13th. I know that's right. Stay in the house. Y'all know tomorrow they're having that military parade for the orange one. Who knows what type of crazies will be on the streets. Does he have CTE? I don't think that he's ever been diagnosed with CTE. There's been a lot of people who have, said that they think it might be the case, but we don't know. God was definitely with that man that night. Okay. So we shall see what happens next, but he is the next celebrity to get himself into some trouble. Okay. Head injuries are real. That's for sure. Anything can happen. There's a lot of people who there's a lot of football player wives who said after head injuries that they completely change. A lot of people say that. But you know, football is an American sport, child, and it's never going away ever. Okay, so let's talk about the next person, which is Carisha, please. Young Miami. Child, I don't know if y'all can see this. If not, I need you to zoom in because this is hilarious. Young Miami, who has been talked about over there in the Diddy trial they call her Jane Doe, but a lot of people are saying it is Daphne, 50 Cent's baby mama. She was on trial basically sharing that she was jealous of this young lady and that P. Diddy seemed to have been treating Carisha a little different than he was treating her. Okay. She seemed to have been doing some of the heavy lifting with these freak offs. And she said that he was treating this young thing, Carisha, like a little baby, you know what I'm saying? Taking her out to dinner, making sure that she was hanging out with the family, taking her family on vacation. She didn't like that very much. She was very, very jealous. Now, Carisha has since come out and said, listen, I didn't have anything to do with the rest of that shit that everybody's talking about now. But baby, she is really trying to change the narrative. She is really trying to change the narrative. She made a post saying that life just got serious real quick. Hold on. And then she let us know that she is starting classes with Harvard on Wednesday. That she's starting classes with Harvard on Wednesday. And I laugh because I'm starting classes with Harvard on Wednesday. Hell, we all should be starting classes with Harvard on Wednesday, because I gave y'all the links to those free classes at Harvard where you can actually get a real degree. Okay, you can get a real certificate for the classes that you take. But baby, Carisha ain't signed up for no damn Harvard. They didn't accept her. She's doing the free classes that I'm doing, okay? I'm gonna put that out there right the hell now. I told y'all a couple of weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, I said, if y'all wanted to take these free classes, to hit me up. If you were in my back room, I put the links back there in my membership. I even showed y'all how to get onto the websites and sign up for the classes. But this actually tickled me. But yes, not only Harvard, I gave you links for Yale. I gave you links for MIT. I told you exactly what to do and how to find a child. But when I tell you I was crying, she said, shit just got real. Like she actually signed up, went and applied and took the SAT and all that shit. Child, bye. This girl's taking the same classes I'm taking, and she knows it. And the same classes some of y'all are taking, because some of y'all did ask me for the links and I sent it to you. Someone said, you sure did, but I thought you wasn't serious. No, ma'am, I was serious. I was serious. So yes, that made me cry. I howled, okay, when I saw that mess. Anyway, moving on. Good for Carisha. I'm happy. Maybe I'll see her in class, child. If you want the links, just send me a message on IG and I'll send you all 3 links. Okay. If you have problems logging on, I did a whole video. It's in my membership on how to log on, take the classes. You can actually get a certificate that you can use on your resume, in your LinkedIn, to say that you went to Harvard. Okay. Harvard, Yale, MIT were the schools that were offering it. Okay. Okay, cool beans, cool beans. All right, let's move on to this last story, child. Let me drop this down. Let's bring up Miss Kenya Moore. She's sick and tired of Ralph Pittman's shit, okay? She done jumped on this man's neck, and he is not able to let up for air. Come on in, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everyone can go to Harvard now except Trump's son. Well, he can go, he can take the classes we're taking if he would like, okay? But that's how I know Carisha isn't going. As soon as I saw it, I said, Carisha, please. Child, you ain't going to Harvard. But that shit was funny. Back to Miss Porsha, excuse me, back to Miss Kenya Moore. Kenya Moore, I don't know if y'all been paying attention to Ralph and all the stuff that he's putting out there, child. He's breaking the fourth wall, trying to get Drew to be kicked off of RHOA. Drew's been on RHOA for what, 4 years now? Drew got so scared that she actually added Marcus Burns, talking about Marcus was our producer. Marcus would not lie. Marcus stayed the hell out of that conversation because he's like, baby, no, I'm not. I have no desire to be in this. But yeah, Ralph put out the receipts, even the receipts with Marcus on it. So yes, it is a hot mess. I just told y'all how to get the link. So just hit me up and I'll give you all the links, okay? So let me show you. So someone said Ralph was caught lying too. Well, let's look. Let's look, child. So this is hilarious. I already said this before, that when these kind of things we're watching on TV, we're not watching Ralph cheat. We are watching whatever the aftermath of it is, right? So usually if they cheat, it's probably a month ago, 2 months ago, a year ago, whatever. And then they end up rehashing that conversation. Sometimes shit get heated. They might have some real emotions involved. But for the most part, it's already a resolved issue. It's really for entertainment. And that's how we should look at it, okay? But Mr. Ralph is out here still dropping little tidbits over there on his Twitter, right? He said, let's be clear. Tampa was resolved, okay? He said Tampa was resolved before we started filming RHOA. Our first day of filming was our actual anniversary, August 21st. August 21st, I believe, of 2020. On camera, you saw a fabricated reenactment for TV. That makes sense. He's not lying. They all do it. That involved him being a villain versus a damsel in distress. After filming, we celebrated our anniversary, went to Chateau Elan. The first text shows exactly where I was, why I left, how I felt, and my tone. The second text is from our producer, Marcus Barnes, and the first day of filming is the third text. Okay, so he's given all the details. Come on in, everybody. What's up? Let's see. Liza Moore Lies said Ralph and Marcus had Marcus on it. Baby, just so you know, the producers also play a role. It's TV. We are not watching eggs boil. We don't turn on reality TV to watch the niceties. We turn it on to watch the complicated relationships. But anyway, let's see what else did y'all notice that I have Ralph with that one squinty eye looking at Kenya Moore? So hold on. This is cornball. Anyway, he's just saying that the love and support was real that he had for Drew, that he wasn't just her husband. He was her partner, investor, music producer. He was the strategist behind a lot of the scenes we saw on the TV show RHOA. He said he poured into Drew's career before and during RHOA, helping shape key moments like autographs with LaToya and the infamous dog bone with Phantom. So dog bone was what happened with her and Sheree last season. He said that he did that. He was the one who made Drew go after Sheree. Our mission was clear: to turn Drew into a household name, build businesses, and create a lasting legacy for our kids. I told Drew several times over the years to show up authentic and make reality TV. Child, bye. Now, nobody's really believing all of this, but okay, sure. Come on in. Welcome, everybody. I appreciate y'all. 500 of you are here. Go on ahead and hit that like button. Mildred said, Ninja, please sit your ass down. Okay. Sit down, Ralph. Okay, he's taking all the credit. He said the reason why Drew played the bad guy was because of him. Okay, hold on. Let me get to that first text if I can find it. So August 17th, 2020, that was their anniversary. He says, if you want to talk over me or interject, I'm shutting down completely and going forward. I'm no longer fighting to be heard. Good luck truly understanding, though, the assumptions of what I'm saying or doing. It sounds like Ralph is in the blue. Drew says, okay, I truly did miss you and was extremely hurt. Not sure if you realize or maybe this is Ralph saying, okay, I truly did miss you. I was extremely hurt. Not sure if you realize. That's fine. You still don't know and understand why I left. So Ralph is in the blue. He goes on to say, by the way, went to the beach. I needed to spend some time with my God, gain my composure, and truly understand what I'm doing. I went to my new place of refuge and desperately needed to get some me time. Child, Ralph is a mess. Okay. And then they show the text from Marcus Burns. Y'all can see that. Same date, August 20th, 2020. Ralph says, sent. Marcus says, I got you. I'll be there in the morning. Bet. Then he says, I heard it was good this morning. I had a situation, so I didn't make it. I'll be at dinner. Good to hear. And all is good. We'll see you soon. So he's basically saying that Marcus was on board. He knew what they were going to film about. This very day was actually their anniversary, which they went and celebrated after. In other words, he just wants people to understand that when we watched it on TV, we weren't watching the events unfold in real time. So that's it. It didn't happen in real time. It had already happened months before. Okay. But Ralph is full of bull swanky. Ralph is full of bull swanky. Okay, child. I'm still just letting y'all see. I'm going to let y'all see it no matter what. Okay, hold on. Then we see another, this is also from Drew. Not feeling good about this trip. He asked what happened. Drew says, Candy made a new nickname for me, Drama with Drew. I forgot that Drew and Candy didn't get along. And actually, it was Candy who also came out, you guys, if y'all remember on the show, and said that she doesn't understand why Drew just doesn't come out as liking both men and women and stuff like that. So for a little while, Candy and Drew got into it, but then they got cool because Candy had put her in a movie. But Candy was also somebody who was saying that Drew is living a double life. Anyways, Drew says, always in some drama. And then she goes on to say, I got her baby. I said, sit, boo-boo, sit. What? Sit, boo-boo, sit. Told Sheree to get her puppy, watchdog, lapdog. Told her to pee in a bush. She showed up drunk. I got her bone and treats in my purse, just waiting for the right moment to bring it out. So this happened December 14th, 2021. Candy and Sheree were both filming. Y'all remember Sheree getting into it with Drew, child. It was actually ugly because I was like, I don't think Drew is really a match for Sheree. But she said that Sheree or somebody showed up drunk. I'm assuming she's saying Sheree. I've never seen Sheree drunk on there. Why Candy want her to come out and say she like coochie too? You got to go back and watch that episode. It was not good, to be honest, but Drew actually put on too much. She could have just said it's not for me, or she could have called LaToya a liar, but it really just went the wrong way. She got paranoid, and you could tell, and she didn't want that story to come out. Anyway, this looks like this is from Ralph to Drew, where he's kind of chastising her. This is back in October. This is following their anniversary, where I'm assuming, is trying to get Drew together because he doesn't like the way she's, her attitude is at home. So he says, your logic is just off and you're not thinking smart, in my opinion. So he's sending her this long ass text. He says, number one, you say you have a family at home, but you create a storyline that you're going to stay to visit family during a hurricane. Stupidest shit I've ever heard. Number two, this is a job, but you're acting scared to get on a 1-hour flight seems childish to me. That shows that you were truly affected and defeated. Guarantee you, Porsha cried, dried it up, and got back to living her best life. Everyone understands that this is what this show is about. Who says that Porsha's departure wasn't planned or scheduled? Number 3, opposed to the 1-hour flight, you're going to take a 9-hour drive? Okay. So he's basically, I guess this is him being her manager and trying to coach her on how to be a housewife. Trying to coach her on how to be a housewife. He said, it's a game. This is chess, not checkers. You have to think smarter. Also, you're starting to have too many people in your ear. It's only going to get worse. You may be used to this from the theatrical, but you're not used to the impact of reality TV. Lastly, you have to be mindful of what I share with you. Never know when, I have to be mindful of what I shared with you. I never know if you're going to repeat it and use it against me on the show. Share my messages with 30 million people. I also have to be smarter with you. And then he said, replace smart with strategic. I have to be strategic with you, because now he's saying he doesn't trust her. I wish a motherfucker would send me a message like this talking about you're my manager. Drew, I'm so disappointed. And then he showed a video. Ralph is gonna miss. Yes, he has that Peter Thomas peach, child. He got that Peter Thomas bug. He thinks he's the shoulder. Oh my goodness. Anyway, he ends up showing a video of himself with Drew at the end, saying this was them celebrating their anniversary.
Okay, you got frost in your hair, Naya.
Mommy don't want to do that.
That was cute. That was cute.
Look at your face.
Yeah.
No more. No more. Give me a kiss. I'm a better man.
I don't know who's doing all that nasty laughing. Mildred said, ooh, the way I would put a nasty piece of cussing on Ralph. Facts. I almost got, child, I almost wanted to cuss him out myself after I read that shit. But anyway, it really pissed my girl Kenya off. She said, listen, motherfucker. She said, you are a corny snitch. You lost. Now take your corny ass receipts and go away. Go away, Ralph. That was hilarious to me. I cried because I had put under another comment when I saw Ralph. I said, Ralph is so damn corny. It is sad, but he's corny. He don't even know he's corny. Your marrying Drew was the best thing that ever happened, boo. I understand Drew might have, like I said, Drew might have been lying a little bit. She might have tried to cover up some things she was into, but Ralph is just mad corny. He is just mad corny. That's all there is to it. Showing a receipt of you cussing your wife out or trying to is definitely not a smart idea. It's just dumb. Thank you, Lady D Keys. Keep hitting that like button. It's free. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Drew definitely doesn't know how to read or cuss a motherfucker out. Okay. Sometimes this is when you have to cut somebody out. You gotta turn everything off, okay? Because somebody gonna end up crying, probably him. But you gotta give a nasty cussing out following something like that, okay? Talking about he gotta be strategic. Replace smart with strategic. I gotta be strategic with you because I don't trust you. You might show my messages to 30 million people. Okay, well, you just showed the messages to 30 million. So what you think about that? It's because he got birds making him think he's a winner. Well, that's a shame. That's a shame. But I do think that this could affect Drew on the show though, because when the producers are trying to, help bring the best out of you and they already think that they might not be getting the full story, this is the type of stuff that messes up your relationships with the producers. Putting the producers' names out there, that type of shit, that's a no-go. That doesn't fly. It really hurts your position on the show. So I hate that for her. If she didn't know that he didn't like her before, she should know now. That's what I say. Okay. But yeah, y'all, these are the stories, child. I swear I need to teach Drew how to cuss a motherfucker out so bad that his mama cries. That his mama cries. Okay, I'm going to tell you something. Hate Nene Leakes if you want to. I promise you this, when she was screaming at Greg and he was sitting there looking like, I'm going to just take my ass down to the basement, we know he didn't come back up. We know sometimes you just got to teach a lesson. Don't be afraid to teach a lesson, okay? Nene took it all the way to divorce court. Now, she remarried him. She said that was the love of her life. She also said that she resented, how it affected the children because they didn't ask for that. But sometimes you got to take it all the way, because nobody told Greg to take his ass to the radio station or complaining to his friend about her. And then the friend took that conversation to the radio station. It was messy. Facts. We do need Nene back. I did hear an interview that Nene did with Kelly, and Kelly was like, she was asking her how things went on the reunion. And Kelly said, I'm looking forward to getting that comeback letter, because she said she was going to sign it. And she said, I hope that you come back. And Nene said, we'll see. We'll see. So she definitely isn't saying no. I think that she is very, very open. And I am looking forward to seeing Nene again. I think the way she left was, we need to see her on a good note with everything. He ought to be ashamed of himself. That's true, child. That's true. But this is it, y'all. This is all the storytelling for today. I got to watch my show, Miami. I'm going to come back and do a live on Miami and on Housewives, because I still owe that. And I want to see Housewives to the end. So y'all come back too, and we're going to do an open panel and talk about some shit. Okay. So everybody make sure y'all catch up. We'll watch that, and I will keep y'all abreast of any other tea that comes up. And y'all already know what to do. Hit the like button on your way out, please, and thank you. Follow me on all my platforms at DYANAROZAY. I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. Thank you to all of the moderators who came through. I appreciate y'all too. And I will check you on the next one. Bye-bye.